Dear viewers, today I will be discussing with you the text chapter of 12th class textbook of English. It is about Dr. C V Raman, the celebrated genius. I will be distributing this lesson into two parts because it is impossible to record a video in mobile for more than 20 minutes because it takes hundreds and hundreds of GBs, MBs, and phones get then hanged due to the deficiency in memory. Therefore, I will be discussing this lesson into two parts, and I will be uploading this part on the YouTube very soon. So, Dr. C V Raman, the full form of this is Dr. Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman. So we will do the summary and explanations with reference to the context, followed by discussions on the chapter. I am your teacher, AYUB DILBER, lecturer, Department of School Education, Jammu and Kashmir. Now, let us first of all try to know something about Dr. C V Raman. Who was this man? Now you see, you are seeing a table over here. On the left side, it is about the era, and on the right side, you will find what happened with this man and what has been his life. Dr. Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman was born in 1888 in Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. So it was in 1899 when Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman was 11 years old. He finished secondary school education and entered Mrs. AVN College. Now you see, at the age of 11, this genius has completed his matriculation. Then, at the age of 13, in 1901, he moved to Presidency College in Madras. And then in 903, at the age of 15, the man, Dr. C V Raman, he finished, I may say, in his childhood, in his mid-childhood, rather in adulthood, he finished at the head of the class and received BA with honors in physics and English. So he graduated at the age of 15. So then, at the age of 17 in 1907, the man received his post-graduation degree with honors, and he also topped the class over here. He also finished at the head of the class, prestigious MA with honors. In 1924, he was elected to the Royal Society of London. In 1929, he was made a knight by the British Empire. You see, at this time, 1888, the India was under the British colonial rule, and they had full command and full control over the whole India, and he was, and whatever the person whom they liked, they made him a knight. And this knight, it was knighthood means the man could use with his name Sir. Like you see, Rabindranath Tagore was also given the knighthood of Sir. Then, but he returned it in response to, in reaction to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919. Then he returned it. Also, Allama Iqbal was also known as Sir Muhammad Iqbal. He was also given the knighthood. Then you see Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan. Sayyid Ahmad Khan was also given the knighthood. So same was the case with this person. He was also made a knight in British Empire in 1921. And in 1930, this is for the first time in the history of India that an Indian scholar entirely educated in India received the Nobel Prize in Physics. So in 1970, Dr. C V Raman, a celebrated genius, died at the age of 82. Okay. This is something about the author. Now let us come to the summary of the poem. Summary of the chapter. I will be reading it. You can see it on this screen. Dr. C V Raman was a celebrated genius of his times. He is the first Indian scholar entirely educated in India who received the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1930. It is in 1921 when Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, on a voyage to Europe to participate in a science meet as a representative of the Calcutta University, wondered why the water of the Mediterranean Sea was such a dark shade of blue. This mystery, which he finally revealed, won him the world's most prestigious award, the Nobel Prize. Dr. C V Raman was possibly the greatest physicist India has ever produced. His pioneering research on the phenomenon that causes change in the nature of light when it passes through a transparent medium, solid, liquid, or gaseous, won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Born in an Orthodox South Indian Brahmin family in 1888 in Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu, Raman proved a brilliant student. He matriculated at the age of 11 and at the age of 15 received a bachelor's degree with honors in physics and English at the head of his class. At the age of 17, C V Raman again topped his class and obtained a postgraduate degree with honors. Raman was denied admission in Britain on the health grounds, but this denial did not deter his willpower to achieve the apparently impossible. He spent most of his time in the laboratory of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. Dr. Raman gave up a government service to join the Calcutta University as a professor, though at a lower salary. But this decision of Raman proved to be of great importance as the university laboratory helped him to achieve what the world recognized. The world did not lag behind in recognizing the talent of this genius. Recalling the event of Nobel Prize receiving ceremony, Raman boasts on his wearing a traditional South Indian dress. At the same time, he feels highly upset when he receives the award at the hands of King Gustav and sees that he is receiving the same not as a free Indian but as a subject of the British Empire. Seeing himself under the British Union Jack flag, Raman breaks down and tears roll down his eyes to notice that he belonged to a slave country. Raman was a proud Indian and did not give up the Indian traditions until his death. Once, Raman was asked by a young man that didn't he feel embarrassed in London with a turban. On this, Raman replied that one evening, while he was in London, he had gone to the Royal Institution to hear a lecture by Lord Rutherford, an eminent British physicist. The lecture had started when he arrived. Suddenly, Lord Rutherford called him by name to come up to the front. After the lecture, C V Raman asked Lord Rutherford that how did he recognize him without ever seeing him. Lord Rutherford told him that it was because of a Madrasi turban that he recognized him. Dr. Raman was a brilliant speaker. In a remarkable speech he delivered at Agra University on 18th of November 1950, he expressed his belief in the oneness of nature and science. In his speech, C V Raman held the view that misery and poverty should not come in the way of achieving good and life. He said that he has tasted poverty and misery, that he has walked miles in dusty roads. He knows how to stroll in streets without an umbrella. He told the youth present at the university that to be able to accomplish something, one has to go through tough times. Success in life is not always to the intelligent or the strong, and it is to some extent a bit of gamble. He had to view that great things in life were not. He had the view that great things in life were not really great things in life, but many achievements in like Nobel Prize and the FRS, they leave bitter taste in the mouth. One must enjoy a common things in life, a sound sleep, a 2 or 3 mile in the evening walk, enjoying a good lunch and dinner, like the smell of ragi and jawar, or the elixirs of life. There is no happiness in going to the movies and watching thrilling films or technicolor dramas. Great things in life are the God given ones. He held the view that great things were the objects of beauty in nature. C V Raman appreciates the bounties of nature. To be in the company of nature should be a source of inspiration, and it should give you energy. C V Raman was a great patriot. We should have the deepest love and respect for the earth because we are from the earth and return to it. C V Raman upheld the view that earth sustains us, feeds us, and makes human life possible. He said that we should tend to the earth to show our love for her. We should understand that the love of earth should be our priority if the human race wants to live a happy life on the earth. C V Raman tells a story that when Rome was in danger, the people went to a famous Roman person and requested him to be a dictator of Rome in times of danger. When the people approached the Roman, they found him plowing the field and tending his farm. After he became a dictator, he went back to the land and said, "These plants I have grown. I give them water. I give them labor and they repay." Raman believed that we should also work in this spirit. C.V. Raman believed in hard work, rigorous effort, dedication, patriotism, and contribution towards the homeland in the form of any kind of service. Several honors were conferred on Raman, besides Fellow of the Royal Society of London in 1924, knighthood by the British Empire in 1929, the Hughes Medal in 1929, and Nobel Prize in 1930. He was conferred Bharat Ratna in 1954. Later in life, Raman was simply called Sir CV. He also won International Lenin Prize in 1957. When he was offered the vice presidentship of India, he simply denied, saying, "What shall I do with the ship?" Sir C.V. Raman died in 1970 at the age of 20. I think this is the summary of the chapter. Today we will conclude this lecture over here, and in the next lecture we will discuss the about this chapter, what are the questions that follow on it, and so as to have a vivid view of the lecture. Till then, goodbye.